This is the Sunshine Headlines podcast. This is the Sunshine Headlines podcast.
All right. Well, we have video, everyone. Welcome to the Sunshine Headline Podcast. My name is Tito.
I'm Linn.
I'm Alex.
And I'm Clay.
And we have so many faces now. Look
It's
at
a face
us.
reveal.
It's a face reveal
Sunshine
podcast.
Headlines face reveal.
Yeah, I bet you
Sunshine
didn't know
Headlines.
we were this fucking hairy. I'm looking around the room like,
Seriously,
Jesus Christ.
Just across everybody.
Woefully disappointed.
I've got the shortest hair in the room.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, damn. Got that in before I could make the joke that you were the hairiest one here.
Well, what's really interesting is now people are going to be like, oh, he is Bigfoot.
Yeah.
I think he looks more like
He
Bigfoot.
is Mexican. He's not just racist.
Exactly.
Bigfoot definitely doesn't wear these beautiful summer shorts.
That one
I
really
know,
is a
in the middle of
dyke.
winter. I know. I've got all leg, too. I feel
Was
like
that
I
in
need to
doubt?
move something.
No. You kidding me?
Yeah, we're over here.
I don't think that one was
We're flexing our Texas. We're both wearing shorts in the middle of winter.
In the middle of winter.
Well, it
It's-
is 80 degrees outside.
Yeah, it's like 80 outside.
So, no, I'm just really happy that we're finally going to be doing the video podcast of this, and we're going to try to upload everything and put it on the tubes and put it on Spotify. So definitely give us a like and comment if you guys like this format. It's going to be ever changing. One, the studio room is going to change.
Evolving.
And then, it's going to definitely evolve because as Leanne comes back, as more people join the podcast, it's definitely going to be... so don't get used to this setup, as you know, beautiful as our legs look, and our faces mediocre.
So you're going to show more leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you get the views. Clay, do you want to roll a D4? We
Let's
have
do
4
it.
people
We should
this time.
actually roll a D4.
Yeah, let's roll a real...
Because we're doing video now.
Where the
Yeah.
Shoot.
Someone
Okay.
grab,
You got
a
dice
dice
on you?
tower.
I have them downstairs.
All right, let me just do it digital
Yeah,
this time.
Astrid
But
spilled them, apparently.
Yes, we will do live D4s from now on, or D6s.
We should
or
have like a
whatever people-
little corner cam.
All right, so I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're 4.
Wait, what am I?
Hey,
I'm number 2.
Hey, you're number 3.
number 3.
Number 3,
Number
my
3,
lord.
my lord. All right, there we go.
Wait, who's number 3?
You
You,
were.
dumbass.
Oh.
What the fuck?
but we rolled a 2.
What am I missing? All right. Hey, do y'all remember it was like first or second episode, the bag of drugs?
Yes,
Labeled bag of
the
drugs.
Bag of drugs.
Right? Well, from the Latin Times, Oregon police find large stash of drugs inside bag labeled definitely not a bag of drugs.
Really? Another one?
Yep. And this one,
Opposite.
there's a picture of it.
Wow.
It looks like someone bought this shit off like Etsy. Like it's just very fancy.
It's like an actual bag that
Yeah.
says not a bag
It's like
of
an
drugs.
actual bag.
That's like the gag
that
gift that you
says
give
not a
someone
bag of
on
drugs.
Christmas and be like, here's where you put all your
Exactly.
drugs.
Here's where you
Yeah.
put all your drugs. Haha. It's like what white women carry their fucking birth control in.
It's the most like live, laugh, love of a drug
Yeah.
dealer could ever have.
Yeah.
This was from October 10th, 2024 by MB Mack from the Latin Times. During a routine stop, Oregon police officers pulled over a stolen car and found a large stash of fentanyl and methamphetamine inside a bag labeled definitely not a bag of drugs, according to a report.
I can't believe this has happened twice.
I know, right? Well, the first one was bag, of,
Bag
drugs.
of drugs.
This
Yeah.
one was definitely not a bag of drugs.
One admitted it. This one is like given plausible deniability.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it wasn't even like the first one. She just wrote it on there, which is
Right.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one, someone went out,
This is
bought
an
a
Etsy
bag.
buy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
someone bought
Or,
a
I
bag
mean,
specifically
Now seeing that bag, I
said-
just want to
Let's be
buy that
honest.
for Tito for Christmas and just like have it filled with a whole bunch of condoms filled with baby powder.
We're
Why condoms? You can buy dime bags.
No, it's more fun that way. It's like, what is he about to do with those things? Where are they going?
The incident took place Tuesday when officers stopped a man and woman driving a stolen vehicle in southeast Portland. Traffic stop led to officers finding the bag with 10 combined grams of the two substances, according to the Oregonian. There's a tweet from the PPP East Precinct. Last night, proactive police work from East Precinct night shift officers resulted in the location of a stolen vehicle in the area of Southeast 162/Division. There was a bag full of drugs, scales, money, and a loaded firearm. It's a little tiny little revolver. Driver and passenger taken into custody. Multiple charges pending.
Oh, like a little 38 or
It's a BB
Yeah, like-
gun.
No,
Fucking-
it's like, yeah.
No, it looks almost like a flare gun. I don't.
Flare gun.
I don't. It really does,
Like a
dude.
like a 5
Oh
shot.
yeah,
30.
it
Yeah.
looks like you're straight up like
Yeah.
revolver. Like,
Exactly. I don't know revolvers that well.
it's a 38.
Yeah,
Which I mean,
typical drug dealer gun. I would
Yeah.
imagine.
it's
Along with-
definitely a bunch easier to buy than a like
Yeah.
regular Glock or.
Really? I thought all guns are the same to buy.
No.
No.
Oh.
Oh.
So you could just walk into Walmart and walk out with a rocket launcher.
you
I
ever,
don't know.
Okay,
have you ever gone to a
suburbs.
gun show?
You cannot walk out with a pistol the same day.
Oh yeah, no. They do
Oh.
have to run back.
You can
and
walk out with a
forth.
shotgun the same day.
Along with the bag of substances, officers also found cash, a loaded revolver, and drug scales. Both Reynolds and Bagenstos, people, I don't know how to say it, were apprehended and taken into custody. Reynolds faces several charges, including delivery and possession of methamphetamine. Bagenstos was arrested on similar charges, but may not be prosecuted according to court documents obtained by the outlet.
Their name is Bag and Sauce.
Bagenstos, so it's
Bag and Sauce.
it's Mia Rochelle Bagenstos and Reginald Lamont Reynolds.
These are some fancy
They're
names
both
for
in their
meth
late
dealers.
30s. Bagenstos, Bagenstos.
I feel like they should really start their own
Bagenstos.
fast food franchise.
Yeah.
Bagenstos.
Dude, you guys want to go?
Bagenstos barbecue.
Yeah. I was thinking like a hamburger joint.
I'm just confused. What's like the origin of that name? That's
right?
I
I was actually thinking about that the other day. and
You
I-
actually watched
'Cause, like,
watched Lord of the Rings and you're just on crystal meth.
No, absolutely. That was the end of my story. Sorry it was so short. I just thought it was really funny bag of drugs.
Yeah.
Definitely
Bag of
not
drugs?
a bag of drugs.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. Nope.
You just staring at the camera lovingly?
No, I was looking at the wall.
you and the ADHD pick a point and stare.
Yeah, that's I'm sorry.
He was psychically connecting to his body double in Connecticut.
Because Bigfoot's in Connecticut. That's right.
Yeah.
Which, hey guys, I'm not saying this for nothing, but he did reportedly go visit family over Thanksgiving.
I know.
Yes. But you know,
Now
I still
Bigfoot's in
still have my intention
No
to go
eyewitnesses.
visit the WinStar Casino in Oklahoma.
I had to sit down Alex and be like, so were you joking about that? Are you really going to WinStar?
I was planning on going to WinStar. Yeah.
Aren't you,
what's your
aren't you
story,
going
Alex?
to a
What?
NOLA?
Oh, my story? You know, if we're doing a return to form, I mean,
As we should.
Mm-hmm.
like you do.
Well, our next episode is going to be a
All right.
it's going to be
Recap.
flashbacks, right?
All right,
Recap.
this one's from NBC News. Police
Naked man.
arrest naked man
Oh.
living in crawl space
Take a
in
shot.
Southern California home. It's unclear how long he had been underneath the home, but the family suspects that he may have been staying for up to 6 months.
Damn.
Whoa.
Dude was frogging.
Dude. That is, man.
Impressive.
You better pay
Also,
all that back rent.
that explains why he was naked. Like, I mean, I got locked out of my house like in high school once, and well, by locked out I mean there was a gigantic spider on the door, and I'm terrified of spiders, so I went through the attic, and it's fucking hot.
Yeah. So you got naked?
I wish I had gotten naked. I climbed all the way through
Hello.
the thing, and it was Del Rio, so it was about 110 outside,
Yeah, just
but it was
normal.
135 inside my attic.
Right.
And so I get all the way through there, and then I realize that I cannot pull the opening for the attic up from inside the thing, so I have to go back around to get a hammer and something so that I can.
Wow.
Hit down.
Yeah, just because. Yeah, I fucking hate spiders.
Whack.
He was ready to burn the house down.
He could have gotten the hammer and just
Yeah,
hit
murdered
the
the
spider.
spider,
No.
but I wasn't sure that would kill it. That thing
What kind of
was
spider was it?
it was a tarantula. It was
Did you see that TikTok I
It's
sent
not
you?
going to do anything to you.
It was as big as my foot, and
It's a tarantula.
you didn't see him.
Those are like the dogs of spiders.
Hey, but you didn't get to hear the story, Lynn. Whenever he walked around and saw the spider on the door, the spider did look at him and said, "Fucking try me."
I'm used to like other things. Like I still remember like centipedes coming up from like our sink, like while I was doing dishes, like in Del Rio and
Yeah.
stuff. And it's like all you do is turn the garbage disposal on and turn the
Oh.
faucet
Close your
on.
ears, Miss Centipede.
Centipede,
so sad.
centipede, not
Still.
millipede.
Oh, yeah, she's a millipede.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
right.
I don't have a millipede. It is Lindsay's millipede.
Says the entomologist.
Lindsay takes care of
the
the
entomologist.
I'm not a fucking entomologist.
What'd you name it?
Who named the
Lindsay
millipede?
named it.
What's the name of the millipede?
Holly.
Holly?
Her name is Holly.
Who suggested that name?
Why?
I know why, but why?
because she said, "Hey, what are some inconspicuous Christmassy names?"
So
because we got her around
who
Christmas.
suggested that name?
And I gave her a couple to choose from, including the name Holly. And she said, "I like that one. I'm going to name her Holly."
It's a Holly.
Wow, Lynn, you named her Holly.
Yeah, this was from November 9th, 2024. Police arrested a naked man in the crawl space underneath the El Sereno, California home of a 93-year-old woman on Friday morning.
Holy
you're
fuck.
sticking out.
Probably easy to sneak in and out of
I
there.
mean, she probably can't
She
hear
didn't know
so
jack
well.
shit.
I think he was probably trying to get the jump on the fucking homesteading rule.
I bet,
Yeah,
Like,
probably.
If you live there long enough.
I bet the whole time she hears noises.
think
Squatters' rights.
Squatters'
Squatters' rights, but
Squatters'
don't you
rights.
actually have to have like mail delivered and stuff like that for it to
But
qualify?
there's also a time frame. So like you get 6 months under the house and then she dies and then you get inside.
Oh yeah.
You're halfway there.
Yeah.
Yep.
What if she's like is she like an old timey person? What? So she didn't actually think anything was going on. She was really convinced that her place was just haunted.
That's what I was
Maybe.
gonna say. So the whole time she's like, "Carl, you're still there."
Or
She
she's
thought
just
thought it was the ghost of her dead husband.
What the
or
fuck?
she's deaf and blind enough that she never noticed.
Yeah.
She just constantly like she tells her ladies at Mojon, she's like, "So I still see Carl naked running around my living
The
room."
cataracts are just
He
so
looks great.
thick that she just thinks it's the ever approaching darkness of death creeping in. Sorry, that got dark.
Yes.
Los Angeles police say
Next question.
Every time the floorboard creaks, that you did.
Los Angeles police said they spent hours trying to get the man out before having to resort to tear gas, causing a huge commotion in the neighborhood and forcing the people living inside the home to have to find somewhere else to sleep.
They should contact that one police department with the robot.
The unsettling incident took place after the woman and her family had reported hearing strange noises for weeks. So they did think that was
Okay, they thought it was
For
haunted.
weeks?
Apparently they
He was
didn't
there
think it
for
was
6
haunted. They
months.
reported it.
I mean, that's weeks too.
Yeah, there's like 24 of them.
Every-
That's a lot
every-
of weeks.
Everything,
Maybe he started getting sloppy.
everything's weeks if you
He
spread
was
it
like,
out
"They
long.
haven't caught me yet."
Honestly, that's probably true.
It was usually late at night, and we just chucked it off to animals being under the house, which I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
Like I know, like some of my cousins in was it San Diego and stuff like that. Like if they leave the doors open, they end up with random ass iguanas or like lizards coming into their house.
The closer you get to Australia, man.
We had all sorts of things living under the
I
porch.
mean, honestly, to be fair, it's probably just generally leaving your house open to the outside.
Right.
They
Yeah.
just don't do that.
I mean, growing up, we had all sorts of things under the porch.
Yeah.
Constantly trapping
Ooh, actually, I had a
possums.
really beautiful indigo snake.
Really?
The
Ooh.
like, purplish black ones. Got it to be about 7 feet by feeding it.
It was usually late at night, and we just chucked it off to animals being under the house, said Ricardo Silva, the woman's son-in-law. However, on Thursday night, Silva said the noise got louder, and the noises were kind of like knocking. It was like as my wife was walking, knocking, walking.
Wow. Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
you
They
got
were kind of
poetic,
knocking back from under my chamber door.
Never
under the
more.
house, so she says, you know something's wrong
What the fuck?
in the floor.
Maybe he wanted to let them know, like, he was tapping in Morse.
Gently tapping.
Tapping.
Tapping at the chamber door.
Yes. Family members of the home called the police immediately, and when officers arrived, they found a naked man in the crawl space. The man was identified as years old.
27.
Yeah. Isaac.
These guys are usually like in their
Betancourt.
40s.
Yeah.
Twice divorced
Give it-
and on some sort of methamphetamine.
Right.
No.
You better stop doing that, man.
No, leave it to a millennial to be so like, upset about the housing crisis.
This is
Just
how
like,
you
fuck
figured it
this.
out.
So true, bestie.
That's borderline zillennial.
Yeah.
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 27.
27 is
Yeah.
right at the cusp.
Well, it depends on the year. What year was this?
This was this year.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're
there's
definitely
zillennial.
Yeah.
millennial. Yeah, wow.
Like this was last month.
ahead of his time.
Damn.
He was ahead of his time.
Yeah.
Do you know how much the rent is in San Diego? Shit, man. That
Enough
guy-
to live under a house.
Yeah, that guy's that still would be probably like $3,000 a month.
Yeah. No, like like I said, I think my cousin's house, like it's valued at like $3 million.
Fuck.
What the fuck?
2-bedroom then?
Basically, yeah. He refused to leave. He wasn't scared of the dogs, and the first 2 attempts at gas didn't fish him out.
He wasn't scared of the dogs because the dogs didn't want to go into the house either.
Yeah, probably.
This is all you got? I use stronger stuff to kill squirrels. Betancourt didn't give up easily, according to the police. After hours of refusing to come out, the Los Angeles Police Department said that officers had to resort to tear gas to get him out, which apparently didn't work for the first 2 times. It's unclear how long he had been underneath the home, but the family suspects that he may have been staying for up to 6 months.
What the fuck?
Wow.
The crawl space itself is only about 2 feet high and stretches under the entire home with 3 entryways.
Oh shit.
2 feet high.
Yeah, so it's...
2 feet high, but
Yes.
like
Like
under
this.
the, like under the entire house.
He's army crawling the entire time.
He has
Yeah.
wiggle room. He's just going
That's
to bed.
uncomfortable.
Dude, like those guys that spelunk in caves.
Yeah.
Oh, I could never.
No, never.
I could never. We watched,
Never.
Lindsay and I watched As Above, So Below.
Oh, no, yeah.
Have you seen that movie?
Yeah. And it's
Yeah,
like one
we
of those
were
things
talking
of,
about
if
it.
it's tight and like, oh,
Yeah.
you might not be able to switch through. It's like, I'm dying.
The whole thing is this group of people go into the Parisian catacombs looking for the Philosopher's Stone. Right?
Right.
There's so many, and it's like a found footage type deal. They execute the found footage aspects of it very well. But there's a lot of shots of them squeezing through like these teeny tiny little spaces and like going and like having to like army crawl over. At one point they're like army crawling over like bones, like just skeletons, because it's the Paris catacombs. And it does such a good job of making you feel claustrophobic about being like tens of feet underground and all this stone just pressing around you.
If you want to go into a real deep dive, there is a true story of a girl who got lost in the catacombs and they found her videos.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Story of a girl.
She is right, though. It like does a very good job of making you claustrophobic. Like, I'm a little bit claustrophobic, and it just like my hands were just sweating the entire time. Like I was like, I am not comfortable with
A
this.
lot of
Honestly, I had some claustrophobia flashbacks just with her talking about
yeah,
it.
I'm not claustrophobic. I'm like generally not comfortable about like being underground, but that made me go, holy shit, I'm never going into a cave again.
Yeah.
The only movie that made me feel more uncomfortable was the actual polar opposite, was Fall.
That was a good one. I saw most clips
But
of
like,
that movie.
Is that the one where she climbs up?
she climbs that tower, and it's just a whole bunch of vertigo, like inducing,
I
like
hadn't seen that
I
one.
haven't seen that
probably
one.
wouldn't watch that one because I
It came
didn't
out
grow
in
up having
IMAX
a fear
too.
of
yeah.
So
Yeah.
imagine seeing that in IMAX.
Leanne was having to deal with me like squirming around, like I'm not okay with this.
Speaking of guys
2
stuck
foot
in
space.
2 foot spaces.
2 foot
2 foot
space.
space.
Jesus Christ.
Tiny place. It's a bizarre thing, but it's probably not uncommon. You know, in this day and age, people are just looking for shelter, Silva said. The family says that they'll be securing the crawl space to prevent this from happening ever again. Betancourt was arrested for trespassing. The LAPD said it was unclear whether he had an attorney who could comment on his behalf.
Fair enough.
I did not
We
know
had
this.
our friend Paul had an apartment gnome. Like one of his old
What?
Yeah,
Go
he had, we were in San Marcos, like him and his roommate Nate, like they kept noticing like some of their food in their fridge kept going, like they were going missing. He was like, "God damn it, Nate, stop eating my food." And it was like, "No, I'm not doing that." And then one day, Paul has Kat over, they're watching a movie, and all of a sudden this homeless guy just walks in and he's got a shower caddy
Shut
and
up.
and a towel, and he's like, "Oh, this is I rocked in the wrong house, my bad." And then just turns around and walks, and Paul follows him out, and the guy's just running down the street. Like,
Oh, God.
Did he not lock his apartment?
so Nate was disabled, so his hands didn't work, so they kept the back door, sliding door unlocked so that Nate could access it because he couldn't use keys to open the door.
Took advantage of the fact
So
that,
yeah,
like,
so they
spotted
had an
that.
apartment gnome.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that's called breaking and entering. It's not an apartment, no.
That gives me so much anxiety.
Yeah, it reminds me of that story of that woman that was living in the guy's attic.
Yeah.
Do you remember that one?
It also kind of reminds me of that story that we just heard of a guy living in the crawl space. I've got one from the AP.
Ooh,
This one is by
credibility.
Jack Brook, and it was December 10th, 2024.
Ooh.
New Orleans. A scruffy little fugitive is on the lam again in New Orleans.
Uh-oh.
Gaining fame as he outwits a tenacious band of citizens armed with night vision binoculars, nets, and a tranquilizer rifle.
I feel like this is actually a D&D
Dog.
campaign.
Is it a cute little puppy dog?
It is.
Yeah.
Our cute little puppy dog now going back into the article, Scrim, a 17-pound mutt that's mostly terrier, has become a folk hero, inspiring tattoos, T-shirts, and even a ballad as he
Hell
eludes
yeah.
capture from the posse of volunteers.
I love him.
And like any anti-hero, Scrim has a backstory. Rescued from a semi-feral life at a trailer park and adopted from a shelter, the dog broke loose in April and scurried around the city until he was cornered in October and brought to a new home. Weeks later, he'd had enough. Scrim leaped out of a second-story window in a desperate act recorded in a now viral video.
What the fuck?
Oh.
I would rename him Gerard Way. Jumping out the second floor out.
I thought I missed
I
something
did not
about
get that
Gerard Way.
reference right there.
I didn't.
yeah.
I thought. See, I didn't think of the song. I was like, did Gerard Way try to kill himself recently? And I didn't hear what.
Since then, despite a stream of daily sightings, he has roamed free.
Good for him.
He's a myth.
The
If you-
dog's
legend.
fans,
If you say his name 3 times into a mirror,
He appears.
He appears.
no, he doesn't appear, but all of your any meat you have in your refrigerator disappears.
Disappears.
The dog's fans include Myra and Steve Foster, who wrote Ode to Scrim to the tune of Ricky Nelson's 1961 I'm a Traveling Man.
Oh.
Nice.
I'm a traveling dog all over this town.
Go on.
That's I'm gonna stop that for now.
we need to bring.
That's actually in the article.
We need,
Encore.
Yeah.
we need to bring Phil in to
Encore.
have him actually do a full version
Yeah.
of it.
Oh yeah.
I want a fiddle man.
We should do
on
a
that one,
rendition
too.
of it.
Yeah.
Leading the recapture effort is Michelle. Michelle Sharami, a 55-year-old former information tech professional. She lost everything, home, car, and possessions in Hurricane Katrina in 2005, and in the aftermath found her calling rescuing pets. I was like, this is what I should be doing. She said, I was born to rescue.
And that dog was born to roam.
That
I was
dog.
born to ramble,
Sometimes
and I was made. to
animals
roam.
are just really, really hard to domesticate.
Yeah.
Cats, especially.
Can't break a few animals. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've had several cats intaken where they have just not been able to be domesticated. Like they are feral and they will spend months in the shelter.
Wow.
And we end up just like, this is not healthy for them. So I sedate them and I ear tip them and I give them vaccines and whatever, microchip them, and then they join the colony cats that live on property because they're not adoptable.
That's
Yeah.
what they have to.
Never
It's-
done that with dogs because dogs are different.
It's
but
so funny because like Lydia, when we adopted her, she was like a ranch dog that was tied up and
No.
had they found her covered in fleas with a camouflage collar on, no
Yeah.
chips, no nothing, no
we get a
vaccines,
lot of
anything.
those. We get a lot of hoarding cases.
And every day since then, she gives you so much love because I always joke saying like she's just like, thank you for taking me off
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
streets.
And to be fair, there are also cats that once they get adopted, they're like, oh, this is the life.
Yeah.
And they're just super grateful and
Yeah,
generally
and then
great.
sometimes you have cats where they're like, I don't care that I'm getting 3 hots in a cot and fresh filtered water. Fuck you. Let me outside.
Much like our boy Scrim.
Much like Scrim.
This is referencing Michelle,
Okay.
who runs this rescue. She launched Zeus's Rescues, a nonprofit shelter that now averages 600 cat and dog adoptions a year and offers free pet food to anyone who needs it.
Oh, that's so nice.
is nice.
She helped Scrim find the home he first escaped from. It was Jeremy's windows Scrim leapt from in November.
Oh, shit.
She's resumed her relentless mission since then, posting flyers on telephone poles and logging social media updates on his reported whereabouts.
Give me more pictures of Spider-Man.
She's invested thousands of dollars on wildlife cameras, thermal sensors, and other gear. She took a course offered by the San Diego Zoo on the finer points of tranquilizing animals.
Damn.
And she's developed a network of volunteers, kind neighbors who are willing to go to grid search a city at 3 a.m.
As a professional animal tranquilizer, define the finer points of animal tranquilization.
This is more about
Is this?
no, this is using an actual trank gun.
Oh shit! I've never done that.
Yeah.
I'm also just imagining a whole bunch of amateur people with tranquilizer guns.
You'd be surprised.
It's very difficult.
All right, can I get that at Walmart? Is there
Yes.
a waiting period
Actually,
on
yes,
that?
you can.
Yeah, you can.
And at every stop, I own the heart of at least one lovely, continuing from the song.
Aw.
People like writer David W. Brown, who manages a crowdsourced Google map of all known Scrim sightings. He says the search has galvanized residents from all walks of life to come together. As they search for Scrim, they hand out supplies to people in need. It's like he's a general folk hero because the whole community is like looking for him, but they're mostly just helping.
They're trying to capture him, or is there the Scrim Liberation Committee that's just like feeding him and letting him alive?
I'm sure that he's got like a whole network of people that like keep him hidden from them.
Yeah.
Being a member of the community is seeing problems and doing what you can to make life a little better for people around here and the animals around here, Brown said. And neighbors like Tammy Murray, who had to close her furniture store and lost her father to Parkinson's disease. This search, she says, got her mojo back. Literally for months, I've done nothing but hunt this dog. This is a woman that was unhoused, who was wrapped into the search for Scrim, and they are regularly feeding and helping, and she's focused on that as a thing to do.
I've got one job.
Literally for months, I've done nothing but hunt this dog. I feel like Wile E. Coyote on a daily basis with him. Murray drives the Zeus's rescue van towards reported Scrim sightings. She also handles a tactical net launcher, which looks like an oversized flashlight, and once misfired while Scrim sped away, shattering the van's window.
Why are there vans running around with like Scrim Squad?
Wait,
on the side?
The next paragraph makes this so much better. After realizing that Scrim had come to recognize the sound of the van's diesel engine, Murray switched to a Vespa scooter for stuff.
Oh my God.
A Tesla just...
I love this. I love this so much.
Still cooler than a bike cup.
Near misses have been tantalizing. The search party spotted Scrim napping beneath an elevated house.
Okay.
Much like our previous story.
Yeah.
And
Just trying to get those squatters'
wrapped
rights.
construction.
What was the square footage?
What was the square footage?
Look at this dog. And wrapped construction netting around the perimeter, but an overeager volunteer broke rank and dashed forward, leaving an opening that Scrim used to scrap through.
Facts.
If you give him an opening, he will take it.
Hold. Oh, you win. No.
Scrim's repeated escapades have prompted near daily local media coverage and a devoted online following.
Wow.
I love him. 10 out of 10. I do hope he gets caught and at least given some vaccines and maybe a neutering.
So the fact that they already had him means that this is likely,
He's probably
hopefully already occurred.
He has probably already been neutered. I hope he is at least up to date on vaccines.
Yeah. The fact that he was able to be rehomed tells me that the likeliest thing is that he did, hopefully.
He's chilling.
But
He just likes to wander.
Jeremy adds, we're all running from something or from something or to something.
Oh, okay.
He's doing that too.
Damn.
Jeremy's team
That was deep.
dreams of placing the pooch in a safe and loving environment, but a social media chorus growing under the hashtag Free Scrim
Free Scrim? He's already free. What do you mean?
has other ideas. They say the runaway should be allowed a life of self-determination.
He's living his best life.
The animal rescue volunteers consider that misguided.
It is.
The streets of New Orleans are not a place for a dog to be free. It is dangerous.
It is, as I know that it comes from a place of just love and want for this dog to have,
Right.
the life it wants. That is a very misguided view.
Yeah.
As much as like you want to believe that this dog could live a healthy, happy life on the streets,
He cannot.
there are too many dangers within the world we've created for them to do that.
Yep.
Scrim was a mess when Jeremy briefly recaptured him in October with matted fur, missing teeth, and a tattered ear that had not been previously there, but when rehomed. His trembling body was scraped and bruised and punctured by multiple projectiles.
What?
A vet removed one, but decided against operating to take out what they assumed was a bullet.
Somebody was shooting at him?
Probably.
Dude got shot.
That's very common.
It is unfortunately very common for stray dogs to be shot.
I guess so.
We'll get...
You don't really know.
We'll get people all the time.
Yeah.
We get animals in all the time, and it's like, wow, you have a poorly healed over bullet wound in your side.
And
Wow.
I mean,
Let's hope this makes you, so we can still adopt you out.
to the defense of some people, there's a possibility that there could be some things that's not known, like the
Right.
dog could have been
Rabies.
aggressive towards them.
Yeah.
Could have been like trying to guard food or coming after a child. Like there's a lot of other things that could have got this dog shot. But at the end of the day, people exist and we are dangerous.
Right.
So
We are
it
the
is
most
safer for
dangerous.
him to be in a safe environment. The dog initially appeared content indoors, sitting in Jeremy's lap or napping beside the bed. Then, while she was out one day, Scrim chewed through a mesh screen, dropped 13 feet to the ground, and squeezed through a gap in the fence, trotting away.
You don't understand the call of the road.
Murray.
Call of the Wild.
He smokes Marlboro Lights.
That dog's on Cowboy Killers.
I am imagining like Sam Elliott's voice, like, you know, like from like The Big Lebowski. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just read a little bit ahead. Murray, the one that had a misfired net accident with the van,
Yes.
said Jeremy's 4 cats probably spooked him. I wholeheartedly believe the gangster-ass cats were messing with him.
Facts.
Gangster ass
Facts.
cats.
I'm with her on that
That's
one.
probably true.
And to be fair, if he's being like taken care of in a home where the cats are established, she could be right.
Right.
Murray, Jeremy thinks they may have gotten territorial. Devastated but undeterred, the pair is reassessing where Scrim might fit best. Maybe a secure animal sanctuary with big outdoor spaces where other dogs can keep him company. Somewhere, Murray says, where he can just breathe and be.
He needs to be like on a 1,000-acre ranch where you just roam.
I do love how very often animals will bring communities together, whether it be to care for one or to find
Hashtag
one,
free Scrim.
or to attempt to free one.
All right. Mine is from Fox Business, published on December 11, 2024. This is by Allison Murphy. Angry customer crashes recently purchased Subaru through doors at dealership.
Does,
I want a Subaru.
Does the warranty cover that?
This one's, I don't know, I'm surprised you guys haven't heard this one. It's been all over
No,
the news.
I haven't.
I think we read the news. I'm just
A disagreement at a Utah car dealership escalated on Monday when a customer crashed the vehicle he purchased there into the building. The incident captured on video occurred Monday at the Tim Dahl Mazda Southtown dealership in Sandy, Fox 13 News reported. The customer, identified as Michael Lee Murray, wanted to return the vehicle and refund, citing mechanical problems that it had, according to the outlet.
So he
brought the receipt.
beyond that,
he-
they refused his return, so he brought it back anyway.
So he drove it into the building.
Into the building.
I get it.
He reportedly acquired it as an as-is deal that morning.
Oh,
Oh, he didn't. Come on, dude. You only
Bro.
had it for like a day and you got mad at them for not taking it back?
come on, man.
The dealership had informed him prior to his purchase that the vehicle was going to need some inspecting and some work. Platform manager
You always
Tyler
get the
Slade
damn
told.
thing inspected before you
Yeah,
buy.
and most of those ones have it already
Especially
done,
if you
but
buy
as is
used.
deal is basically being like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good fucking luck.
Typically, if you buy a used car, it's as is.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
as is. You can, if you get it inspected before you buy, you can probably get them to fix some shit that
Yeah.
they wouldn't originally. But
I don't know if this article says, but I did hear that he only paid like $2,000 for it, or like $3,000.
oh, that was
man.
a junker. That was a shit box. If you paid $2,000 for it,
No, you can't.
I
Murray
mean, you can't
crashed.
drive
at
it
that
into
point
it.
you're just being a
He
fucking
had
idiot.
enough oomph to go through glass doors.
right?
Murray crashed the vehicle into the Tim Dale Mazda Southtown after learning the dealership would not accept the return, something he had warned them he would do, according to the outlet.
He warned them that he was going to drive the car through the
That he was gonna
building, or
return
that
it.
he was going to return it.
Did he tell them that he put like flame decals on it so it goes faster?
In the last like 2 hours
Yeah,
that he owned the vehicle.
that makes it go faster, so it just increases the value.
Like, it hadn't even been reported on his credit probably at that point.
I mean, beyond that, like, what do you mean you warned them you were going to return it? Like, you bought it thinking you were going to be able to
It's
return
What the
it?
fuck's happening here?
What does that mean? Oh,
I only need it for a
you'll
day.
see.
Sir, this isn't a Target.
You're going to get this thing back one way or another.
Why didn't you just rent a car?
Yeah.
Right? We're like, whoa, we don't need to do that. Sit down. We can figure this out. We can find a solution. Slade said staff told Murray, giving him options of a refund or a vehicle swap. Video taken during the incident captured him slamming a silver vehicle through the glass of the dealership, hitting the front desk.
Wow.
In the footage, someone explained, "Oh shit!" Murray could be heard saying, "I told you, motherfuckers," when he got out of the car. The police report said that the front doors were now inside the building. Duh. When you
No
throw
shit, Sherlock. What the fuck?
when you throw a car at a front door.
Thank you for specifying that, cop.
I didn't know where the front doors were at
Phenomenal
first.
detective work. You can tell that he did it.
Front doors were now inside the building. There was glass shattered all around where Murray's vehicle was, and some pieces of the front door and the door frame had hit another vehicle that was in the showroom, causing damage to that side of the vehicle as well.
Spoiler alert, Murray's a fucking asshole.
It kind of is.
What the fuck? What's happening?
I know I probably shouldn't have done it, but I guess I just hit a breaking point, Murray told the Inside Edition.
I probably shouldn't have done it. You know, maybe I went a little far, but I was really stressed out, guys. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? You could have killed someone.
Seriously.
Look, man, I'm just having a date. No.
And it's so funny because, like, if you watch both videos, I've seen both videos of him, like, getting out of the car, and he's just like, what did he say? Something. He's like, there you go.
I told you, motherfuckers.
He goes, I told you, motherfuckers. And he's like a big dude, right? And then when they were interviewing him on the news, he was like, yeah, I know I shouldn't have.
Dude, this is not you had a bad day of work and accidentally snapped at your partner. This is you could have killed someone.
I think mistakes were made on both sides. Theirs was that they sold me a car in the first place.
What the fuck?
He goes on to say, I was just really angry. I was upset about my money. I kind of blacked out for a second.
Get help. Anger management classes. If you're blackout, like if you're mad about money and then your resulting behavior is I drove it into the dealership, you need to stop.
So in a great podcast fashion, Murray was hit with criminal mischief.
Ding, 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 ding.
And reckless endangerment charges in connection to him allegedly crashing into the dealership during the disagreement, according to Fox.
Allegedly?
I think we can drop the allegedly.
I don't think we need allegedly. There's video evidence of this shit. What the fuck?
Car.
I mean, true. Hey, innocent until proven guilty.
Yes,
However,
yes.
there is video evidence.
I think he's been proven guilty.
Right.
Right.
That's a pretty short case.
I mean, pretty much at this point, he walked out like saying, I'm Murray, bitch.
And then not only that, but
I told you, motherfuckers.
Murray.
also a defense lawyer's worst nightmare. Him on camera saying, I know I shouldn't have done it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How's he being a centrist about his own fucking crime? At least commit to the bit, dude.
Exactly.
Be
Wild.
mad.
So the incident reported caused more than $10,000 worth of damages. And they reached out to the dealership.
How much did they value the car
For
at
comment.
that point?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he paid like $4,000 cash for a clunker and got mad that he spent $4,000
$4,000 cash on a fucking shitbox.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure everyone's experienced this at one point or another, or maybe not. But I had my car repoed probably like a year now ago, and the dealership that I'd bought it, or the lot that I'd bought it on, contacted me after they'd repoed it, and they were like, "We're good. We're not gonna there's no additional charge or anything like that. We're fine." And it was because I'm pretty sure, based on the amount of money that I had already paid them, they were just like, "Cool, we'll just turn this back around and sell it again."
When?
So the $2,000.
Don't worry, man. We're still making money off of
Yeah,
this.
no, essentially. They were just like, you don't need to make, we're not worried about it. And I was like kind of mad at that point because I was like, God damn it. That means that car still had value.
Mm-hmm.
It was fixable.
Damn.
I mean, it was definitely fixed.
Well, everyone, this was our first episode as a video. What do you guys think?
It's different, but I don't know that it's bad.
I'm glad that I can only see I'm glad I can't see
that
myself
we're very
well.
tiny, like
Yeah.
over on the thing. Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to be zooming in as people talk.
I'm gonna throw up.
Fuck you.
I don't know how I feel about that. But that being said, maybe next time I'll record without glasses because being able to see the screens does fuck with my head.
Really?
Yep.
I mean, I can always turn the screen.
I mean, I just kind
No, you need to know what you're seeing.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm on TV.
That's why I need to hear everybody.
I'm
and I need
on
to be able to
TV.
see
Yeah.
When did we went
So
first
this
time?
will probably help a lot more. I can't see them now.
I'm just, even with glasses, I'm blind as fuck. So I can just see like individual people. I know which one is me.
I know which blur is me.
That's about it. So it's probably good.
awesome.
of.
Otherwise, I'd be super self-conscious. Snickety snack.
As we slither away, thank you everyone for joining us in the Sunshine Headline Podcast. We'll come again and try it
All
next
I
week.
need is a 2-foot crawl space.
Yeah.
To slither around in.
Slither around in.